time to completely shift gears and move over to something that's been in the works for a while now. You may have been hearing a little bit about Operation Key Fob. If not, let me tell you, you've probably been hearing about car burglaries in Baton Rouge, or air quote break-ins in Baton Rouge. They've been on the rise, and it's been a problem for quite a long time now. I want to welcome Gary Patureau in the studio. Gary, hop on the mic first, man, before we get to everybody else. Let's get you in here and talk a little bit about the background. Give me the background behind what is Operation Key Fob.
Operation Key Fob.
He's not on. Go ahead.
Operation Key Fob is really a simple concept designed to help people to remember to lock their car using their key fob at night. And it's designed from, we have neighborhoods have so many car burglaries where the residents leave their car unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
And it's incredible the stuff that people leave in the car, from guns to purses to computer bags and things like that. So Operation Key Fob is designed to help people remove their stuff from the car, and then at 9 o'clock every night, they can use an alarm on their phone and actually, from the comfort of their kitchen, lock their car. They never have to even step outside. But every night at 9 o'clock, it's designed to help them lock their car door.
The backstory on this and your involvement with this is you've been involved on a grassroots level for a long time. I'm a Sherwood Forest Crime Commissioner. You were a crime commissioner with Sherwood, and then you moved over to Tara.
Right.
And interestingly enough, saw the exact same stuff in Tara that you were seeing in Sherwood. And the long and the short of it is, when we see the crime happen, when we see the air quote break-ins, they're not broken into. The cars are wide open.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is not a new phenomenon. It's a nationwide phenomenon. But we're trying to resolve the Baton Rouge Parish and hopefully the greater Baton Rouge area's crimes or car burglaries by helping people lock their own door. That simple step will prevent a lot of the car burglars that we have.
And it's just a simple reminder: 9 p.m. Hit the key fob, hit the lock button. You'll hear the little bleep bleep, and you're good to go. It is that easy. Also want to welcome to the studio from the East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office, Captain Justin Payer, and our Police Chief, T.J. Morse. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, Brian.
Glad to have y'all in this morning, and glad to be talking about this. Chief, you and I visit every month, and this has been a running topic for some time now. Your reaction when Gary first approached you and said, let's do this?
Oh, I was welcomed, very open arms welcoming. I'm glad that we're able to kind of spread it even parish-wide and get all the crime districts, the homeowners association, everybody involved to try to push this message. We've been trying to push it for a long time. It comes up very often on the show when I'm here with you, just talking about their guns stolen out of vehicles. 300 last year. We're on par this year. Right now, year to date, 150 guns stolen out of cars. And the vast majority of those are unlocked vehicles.
And by vast majority, it's like literally one or two are locked. It's everything else is unlocked. It's an amazing, it's an amazingly frustrating stat because it doesn't seem to, it's not taking hold. Like you hear a lot of, well, I shouldn't have to lock my car. Well, we don't live in the land of shouldn't.
Yes.
Like getting that message across, and hopefully this will be a reminder, just so it's top of mind. Captain Justin Payer with the East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office. Want to broaden out from within the city limits to parish-wide. Problems the same? Problems look different? What are we talking about?
It's the same problem all across the parish. We were looking at our numbers, and in our vehicle burglaries, 68% of them are unlocked vehicles. So if we can get this message out and just get people to start locking doors, their car doors, it's going to make all the vehicle burglaries go down. And on that point, out of our vehicle burglaries, 21% of them had a gun stolen out of them. So you have 20% of your cars, a gun stolen out of them, and 68% of them are unlocked. Everybody needs to start locking their cars.
It's one of those ones that for me gets so frustrating because it feels like an invitation to take it. It's like it. I know they shouldn't, right? Mm-hmm. But it feels like an invitation. If you leave the door unlocked, you leave anything visible inside I don't even leave an empty can of Red Bull in my car, just because if you see something shiny, you might want to go after it. It just, that level of being complicit. It just, as someone who would like to see an overall, and the thing is, it's not just the people who are getting their cars broken into. When the car gets broken into, the entire neighborhood is subject to a return. The entire neighborhood is subject to, the criminal knows this is a spot where this is where we can go fishing and the fish will bite.
Yeah, so it's kind of the inverse of build it and they will come.
Right.
So if there's nothing kept in your car of value, then the criminals are going to stop coming.
Right.
So if we can, just spread that message, don't keep things of value in your car, keep them locked, then the criminals are going to stop coming to that area, and they're going to quickly learn. But if they can come and pull on door handles and find a bunch of open cars and things of value to take, and even people leaving key fobs in their cars and stealing the car itself with an unlocked door, then they're going to keep coming.
What is law enforcement's role in helping execute Operation Key Fob? What are y'all doing?
So we're going to just help spread the message through our social media, just through all our campaign, help as much as we can with spreading literature, continue to show up on these kind of things, on press conferences, to just get the community to get on board. But we're also doing other things, just, trying to get people to share links of video. Don't go on Facebook or the neighborhood apps and talk about how somebody pulled on your car door without ever calling the police. We need to know that information. We need to know where these things are happening. We need to get all the videos we can so that we can deploy our resources, more patrols, the drones, our bait cars, which I've brought back under my administration, that we can deploy certain areas to try to catch the people in act.
Captain Payer from the Sheriff's Office in, roughly the same thing. Where are y'all implementing?
Yeah, we have been trying. I mean, every time we can try to get the message out to lock your car doors, we try to get it out, and this is just going to help spread that message even more. So we want to try to help that with Gary getting it out, especially to the neighborhoods, all the neighborhood associations and crime districts, and just pushing it out to as many people as we can to lock your doors and try to get the vehicle burglaries down.
Let's talk about resources for just a minute. And this is a back end of this conversation that I don't think will get enough attention. And I know, Chief Morse, on your end, you're shorthanded. Mm-hmm. Every police force is, but let's talk about it from the Sheriff's Office end. When it comes to when it comes to allocation of resources, when crimes like this happen, y'all have to dedicate people to them. That takes them away from other crimes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every time something that comes in, I'm having to use manpower to go out and investigate vehicle burglaries, for instance. Mm-hmm. We have a rash in a neighborhood. That's manpower that takes to go investigate it. If we don't have the vehicle burglaries, if all the doors are locked and we don't have anything, people stop going to break into cars, we can use that manpower on other things.
You ran down the statistics a minute ago, and we're talking with Baton Rouge Police Chief T.J. Morse, Captain Justin Payer from the Sheriff's Office, and Gary Patureau about Operation Key Fob. You ran down the statistics a minute ago, and I don't know if you have this stat. I don't know if they, in sports they got the next gen stats. When you have the number of cars that are left unlocked, the number of cars that are left unlocked that have a weapon in them, the number of cars that are left unlocked that have that gun stolen, how many of those guns are used in the commission of a crime, specifically a homicide?
I don't have those specific numbers.
We get better stats on football than we do on crime, I swear. But it's the natural progression of things. Yes. So I just walk down that path of, without having hard numbers, the apparent frequency.
I mean, it is, and it's we see it all the time. The guns that are getting recovered, a lot of times that were taken in the vehicle burglaries are getting used later in violent crimes. And a lot of times the violent criminals, they're just going out targeting, doing vehicle burglaries, looking for guns to commit the violent crimes.
Within the city, I assume
same thing, especially when we're looking at our juvenile crime. A lot of times it's the juveniles that are just walking the neighborhood at night, pulling on door handles or in apartment complexes, and then those guns are getting in the hands of juveniles. And as we've talked about before, increase in our suspects as juveniles committing homicides and other violent crimes.
Are there other ways for juveniles to obtain these weapons?
I mean, not legally.
Right.
So, I mean, you got to be 18, right, to buy a rifle, and 21 to buy a handgun, so... if you're a 15-year-old, the only way you're getting a gun is illegally and breaking into a car or buying it off the street.
Well, then there is a direct correlation right there as we see the age of the criminal younger. The only way they're getting the guns is either, taking them from their parents or walking around the neighborhood just pulling door handles till they find one.
And 300 in 1 year, it's a staggering number. 150 so far this year.
Unbelievable stuff. Gary, let's get you back in here for a minute before we have to close out for news coming up in just a little bit. When it comes to Operation Key Fob, we know what law enforcement's role is here. What's the public, aside from hitting the key fob and locking your car door, what's the communication role of the public right now?
Right now, we're trying to appeal to residents in neighborhoods, and if they do that, we're not. There are car burglaries in shopping centers and things like that, but we're really focusing on residents in neighborhoods, residents in apartment complexes, things like that. If we feel like we do that, we're going to be successful in knocking this down. Brian, I would like to give the little one thing.
Go for it.
All right. So this is sort of the tagline. Use your phone alarm to remind you at 9 o'clock each night from the comfort of your kitchen to lock all your vehicle doors with your key fob. So there are 4 points. Set your alarm every night. 2, from inside your house. 3, hit your key fob. And the other part of that is that to be successful is to remove the valuables. As you said, you don't even leave a Red Bull can in your car. So that's, you take the temptation away. The vehicle is locked. There's no reason for anybody to break a window or anything like that.
Yeah, and the locking the doors is one part of a 2-part process. Right. Removing anything that they would want out of plain sight is the other part, because they're not going to bust the window if there's nothing on the other side for them to take.
Right.
And they're not busting the window at all if you leave the dadgum car unlocked. It is called Operation Key Fob. It's underway. It's an awareness campaign and a reminder campaign. Lock it up. Leave nothing inside. Take care of it every night at 9. Gentlemen, thank you all so much for a couple minutes this morning.
Thank you,
Brian.